Hey everybody, welcome to week 9 in our Deep Fit series. We are working on legs and back today. So a little bit of a sneak in of the legs, but really ultimately we've got some back stuff going on. I'm going to be using 30-pound dumbbells and a set of 15-pound dumbbells. I am without my 40s or else I would be grabbing the 40s. So if you have something heavier, please have those on the ready. We're going to try to hit some heavier sets today. Really get that body under load. We're also going to be using a bar for dead hangs and pull-ups. So I will give you alternates if you are not able to do those. I'll go ahead and give them to you while we're warming up. So we're going to start our first round of work on a timer. Join me in a downward facing dog. And we'll hit 1 minute of a dead hang, 1 minute of an overhead pull. So you're going to be on your back, on your mat, reaching your arms overhead, pulling back. And then we're going to hit 1 minute of a jump squat, 1 minute of a pull-up, and 1 minute of back taps. That's where I'm going to use my lighter dumbbell set. Open your chest, bring your hips forward, drive your hips up and back again. Let's just hit one more like this. So if you do not have a bar for your dead hang, I would love for you to be able to do a handstand hold. So you can do a handstand on the wall, or you can do a dolphin pose. All right, go ahead and bring your hips forward. I'll show you what a dolphin pose is, and then we'll move on from there. All right, push your hips up and back. So for dolphin, you would start with your downward facing dog. You could also just do a downward facing dog. If you're getting these done properly, you will feel your upper back engage. You should feel by driving the shoulders down away from the ears and engaging in that upper back, feeling your armpits hollow out. But you can drop onto your forearms. So your elbows would drop onto the ground, and then you'd really just slide that chest back even deeper. And you can do that instead of a dead hang. Then, instead of your pull-ups, I will have you just lie on your back and do a Superman. So you can either hold Superman or you can lift and lower, but hopefully you have a bar. Come to your hands and knees. Let's go into our cat-cow. Inhale to open the chest. Exhale around. So with a minute, you may need to take some little breaks between, little baby breaks. That's totally fine. Supersetting within your minute is 100% acceptable. So just find your challenge, work until you can't anymore, take a little break, and then come back. Certain things may be a little bit more difficult than others. Plus, we're not going to have an entire minute. We have 0 transition time. So once we get our first dead hang done, everything else is going to be a few seconds under a minute. So it's really just however fast you can transition. Grab tight through the core. Let's get our thoracic rotations. Contract through the core. Open the chest, rotating through your mid-back, keeping your low back stable. All right, let's hit up the other side. Oh, this left side is always a little tighter. Last one. All right, let's go one more downward facing dog, gearing those shoulders up to be overhead, those arms to be overhead for our hang. All right, walk your hands back to the feet, and you go ahead and get set at your bar. I am going to be starting the timer, so I'll have a couple seconds that I lose. That's okay. Make sure all your other gear is handy, and we'll be ready to go. Ready, set, and go. So our dead hang, we are contracting through the back, building our grip, keeping the core, scanning the body. It's just like holding a plank, holding a glute bridge, holding a bear pose. You want to set in and engage. Make sure that you're not just putting a bunch of your body weight, all the pressure and pull on the shoulders, but really find that upper back. Slide the shoulder blades down, engage. Kind of feel which way the feet want to hang and go. Build through the back. Okay, our overhead pull is next. We're going to be on our back. We're going to pack and smack that low back into the ground. Please choose a heavy weight. Maybe you won't be able to go quite as far overhead, but you should feel your upper back, that shoulder girdle, and the core. 4, 3, keep that flex, and time. All right, on your back, pack that low back into the ground. We want to keep the arms nice and straight. So really extending through the elbows. Pack it in. Low back. Packs to the ground. And you find the grip that works for you. If you prefer holding the weight around the bell, I have some clients that prefer that. They feel like they can keep a hang of the dumbbell just a little bit better. Reach, 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 reach. Feel the flexion where you want it. Upper back, the rear shoulders, and the core. Tighten under your rib cage. And after this, we're going to go back to the bar and hit up pull-ups, which, as you know, I definitely struggle with. It is not a strong suit for me, but doesn't mean we shouldn't do it. Okay, there's our timer. Ugh. We're all working on something. Body mechanics, length of your arms, different things. Make different challenges. Doesn't mean I'm going to stop. Tighten through that core. Going for that big range, but as I fatigue, I'm not going to be clearing the bar. That's okay. Still building that upper back. Okay, after this, we're in jump squats. 10 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. All right, knees and toes line up. Get your heart rate up a little bit. Get those legs. A little bit of burn there. And then we're going to finish our round with back taps. Sink into those hips. Find that explosion. You're using the muscles, the glutes and the thighs, to contract and grab your impact. Just under 20 seconds. Keep that core locked in. You got it. We're going for some endurance time. Woo! Okay, grab your lighter dumbbells for your back taps. Chest is tall. Always hinge forward. Super fun. Get that heart rate running. Then we let it drop back as we head back into our weighted rounds. Pull that belly button back. Make sure hips and shoulders are neutral. Trying not to swing the weights. Feel that upper back. Flex in. Get those rhomboids. And then we're going to go back to our dead hang. 2 seconds. Time. All right. There we go. Settle that breath. Settle the heart rate. If you're not in your dead hang, then you have your dolphin or your downward facing dog. What did you come for? What are you pushing for? Find that extra little level, extra little edge. 10 seconds. Come on, 1 second at a time. Engage the back. 3, 2, and 1. Oh! Okay, so I'll show you how this other option works. To hold your dumbbell here for our overhead pull. So put your hands around your handle and just let the bell rest in your hands. This is one of my favorite exercises. So slow and controlled. Always feel it through that shoulder girdle. So muscles that are incorporating the rear shoulder, upper back, traps, rhomboids, all around the scapula. And then if you can keep that low back pulling into the ground. All right, time. You get that core too. So either your Superman or deadlifts. I'm sorry, pull-ups. Okay, here we go. Okay. Oh my goodness. Find that upper back. 15 seconds. Time. Okay. Jump squats. Belly locks in. Keep that force on the legs. Let that heart rate come up. You got it. Just under 20 seconds to go. Time. Woo. All right. Back taps. Lining up. Shoulders and hips. Staying neutral. You got it. This is it for this round. We'll take a little stretch, a little break, and then we'll get our other round of work. 10 seconds. Three, two, and one. All right. Let's head to the ground and get a thread the needle. Good job. Okay, lift your left arm up and then slide it under. Once you have it there, pull the hips to the left. Try to get that left outer shoulder all the way down. And then let's switch to the other side. Inhale the right arm up. And then exhale, slide it under. All right, so the next round, the focus is on a heavy load on the back. So like I said, grab the heaviest weights that you can, that you have available to you. If And so because we're going heavy, we have our rep ranges. 6 to 10 is ideal. Now, depending on what you have, and hopefully you've been strengthening, you're able to do maybe even more in the amount of time that I'm going heavier. Okay, so we'll have a bent over row, a dead row. But first, we're going to do mountain climbers. The goal for these mountain climbers is not speed, but it's control. So it's an interim for our heavy load on the dead rows. Then we're also going to get a curtsy lunge, alternating curtsy lunge, and then we'll go into our heavy weighted rows. Okay, 30 per side. First off, find your high plank, screw your hands into the ground, pulling the elbows back toward your toes, and then we're going to run 30 per side. 6, 7, 8. The goal here is to keep your shoulders up over the wrist, hips in line with those shoulders. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Curtsy lunge. I want to focus on hip mobility, range of motion in those legs. Knee and toe line up. Shoulders and hips are neutral. 10 per side. How low can you drop that back knee? Keeping your chest tall, belly strong. 8, 9. There's a twist going on here. Embrace it. And 10. All right. Gather in for our dead rows. It's good to take a little second. I know you've heard me say it on our heavy days, but traditionally, you take a fairly good, substantial, long break between your heavy sets. So we have little interim stuff that we want to really be able to set in. There's a lot of work going on. Forearms, grip. All right, with your lift, grab the core all ready. Stand tall, shoulders back and down. Sit back on those heels. Shave the weights up the thighs. The goal here is to keep the upper body really still. Going back into that upper back. Pull the elbows back as opposed to wide. 9 and 10. Good job. All right. Off to a good start. Slide back. Enjoy a child's pose real quick. Feel the elbows pull down to the ground. Your inner elbow opens up to the ceiling. Grab the core. Come up over those wrists. Mountain climbers. $30. All right. Back to our curtsy lunges. 1. Take your time here. Focus on mobility in the hips. You could hold weight here, but the reason I'm not is because I want to support my back weight. So this is kind of just active recovery. We're still moving, still working, getting a little bit of mobility, some flexion through the legs before we go back to the back. That's where our focus is today. One more per side. Time. All right. Make sure you're ready. Dead rows. Belly strong. I like to wrap my thumb with my fingers on the bar or on the handle. Find your hinge and row. Brain to rhomboids. That's what we want to use to row. Feel the shoulders pull back, the chest expand. Ten. All right. Simple set, but it should be building up. Stretch those forearms. As you continue to build heavy load and get some heavier weights going, please make sure you're taking care of your forearms. I don't know if you've noticed or not, but that grip takes a lot of load. Flip the other way. Plenty of time. We're just kind of AMRAPing a little bit, seeing how many rounds we get. If you want to jump ahead, that's fine. My suggestion is that it's time to get some heavier weights though. You have to kind of find that point where you need the breaks. That active recovery, facilitate the next solid weighted round. 10. $20. Find the core. 30. Find that core. Here we go, curtsies. 2, 2. Drive through the front heel. Your heel should not lift off the ground until you're switching to that other side. One more. 10. All right. Back into that bent over row. Dead row. Make sure your stance is strong. Thighs strong. Shoulders and hips neutral. Grab the core. Tighten under the rib cage. Focus on that back. Trying not to bob your upper back. I'm going to add 2 more. All right. Good work. Definitely feeling my upper back. That's the goal. Press into your hands and pull your chest forward. Back extension. All right. Here we go. Back into our mountain climbers. Let's make this our last set. Halfway. And 30. All right. Curtsies. Woo. Here's 5. That toe should be straight ahead. And then your shoulders should be completely square with that toe. So that's where that little twist through the mid back comes in. 9 and 10. All right. Last dead row. I'm going to let my reps build a little this time. If I got it past 10, since this is our last round, next time I'm going to have my heaviers handy. Here we go. Feel the work where you want it. The back is pulling the weights up, not the elbows. Keep a neutral spine. All right. Beautiful. Okay. Go ahead. Come down to a seated position with your left foot folded in, your right foot folded out. Settle here a second. Let the hips level. Plant your left hand onto the ground. So whichever leg that your quad is tucked in, reach your arm up and back, and then exhale, tuck under. We're going to do 3 of these before we hold. Inhale up, exhale, tuck. This is 2. And 3. So if you need to turn your hand a little on the ground, that's your traction point. Pretend someone's pulling your right hand from behind, getting that twist. Stay level on your hips. Perfect. Just lean to the front. Take your left arm and swing it across to the right. Oh yeah. Feel that stretch through the back. And then we're going to flip our feet, our legs, the other way. Right leg in, left leg out. Plant onto that right hand. Let your hips settle. Keep track of your non-exercise activity time. That's neat. Exhale, tuck under. It's a huge kind of predictor or contributor to health and well-being. So how much time are you just active without necessarily having to exercise? So hitting up these 30-minute sessions, hold underneath, is enough daily if you're not sitting in your chair the rest of the day. If you're sitting in your chair, pretty sedentary the rest of the day, then you're going to need more than this. Something's better than nothing, but I just want to fill you in that We need a lot more energy expenditure throughout the day. It doesn't have to be in high intensity. Come forward. You don't have to break a sweat. It's cleaning the house, doing some gardening, washing the car, organizing a bedroom, walking with a friend, walking a little more through the grocery store. Come on up. Just check in with your lifestyle. Do you have to order your groceries from your seated computer and then have them delivered to your house so you don't even have to walk through the grocery store, so that you can cross your right leg over, and then we're going to twist to the right, so that you can pull up to the groceries to go and not even have to get out of your car. They load it for you. All that stuff adds up. Please try to find other activity. Now, if you're ordering your groceries online so that you can, drop down, go cycling or hiking or stand up paddleboarding, there you go. But just check in. It all adds up. Non-exercise activity time. Okay, cross that other leg over and twist behind. That's where sometimes an Apple Watch or a watch that, like a Garmin or whatever, tracks your energy expenditure can be helpful. I prefer to be able to keep track of myself, learn to connect with my body, and learn to connect with my energy. But if maybe you've been in a sedentary lifestyle, cross it on over and over that leg for a while, maybe you need a little reminder from your watch. This is not a shaming chat, just a check-in chat. All right, my friends, fantastic job. Another day down. Make sure you get a lot of energy expenditure throughout the day. I'll see you again tomorrow.